Why hello there. I am Tonton Bidon and we are going back to the Sunless Skies. Last time I remember us making a lot of money, quite conveniently, and then I think we got some orders back. I still struggle with the controls. We had two reasons to go to... oh no. One reason to go to Port Prosper, and one other reason to go to Port Avon. That's not what I had in mind. Okay. That's actually much easier, because Port Avon is right next to New Winchester. And Bronzewood is worth a lot of money, so that could be a massive benefit. Where should we go then? We also have quests. I remember something about the circus and some acrobat twin. Right. Lead beater and stained rod nature. I did not write that down. Lead beater and stained rod nature reserve. Acrobat twin. Okay. I have no clue where this could be though. The sound feels way too loud for me. Okay, let's hope that's enough. Right, so we've got all of that. And then we also have a quest for the incautious driver. We need resources for the... where do we see that? Devil? I do not remember what we need for him. Because we haven't done everything that we could do. Okay, well, let's start with that then. The amiable vagabond. He can usually be found in good spirits and good company, gambling, laughing, playing a tune. Failing that, he will be deep in conversation with some cornered crew member or other, quizzing them about their personal history with every sign of sincere interest. If left alone, he grows restless. He sleeps late and rises early, eager to be among the crew once more. Let's swap stories with him. He's an inexhaustible geyser of unlikely anecdotes. The vagabond's stories often feature larger-than-life characters from his loose community of vagrants. Larger-than-life characters. I'm not sure I fully get the image here. People with names like Suit Jim or the Chimney Kid, okay, now I get it, just read on, and who collectively call themselves Skylarks. They hitch rides on locomotives, sometimes without permission, and scrounge a living from port to port. "I'm their king," said the vagabond without humility. "I taught half of them how to tie a bindle." He pauses, sipping from his flask. "We hold monthly gatherings at Port Avon. You should accompany me to the next one. You'll never meet a more interesting bundle of folk." Okay, well that's easy enough. Ask him to play a tune. Before you finish your sentence, the vagabond is already tucking the fiddle under his bearded chin. "Want me to break your heart?" he asks. Elegy. The vagabond's fiddle is scuffed and scratched. It looks like it's been broken several times and pieced back together inexpertly. And yet, the tune which he coaxes from it is a soaring, searing, soul-stinging lament. It reminds you of precious things you've nearly forgotten, and raw things you'd rather forget. By the time the vagabond is finished, he has tears in his eyes, and so do half the crew. The silence rings like a bell, and then the vagabond laughs, and the spell is broken. Right, that's quite a character. How do I get back to that right menu? That way. So let's write that down. Port Avon vagabond. What about the princess? Okay, nothing right now. What was the person again? Okay. I remember about the incautious driver. We need to go to Old Tom's Well, which is north-northwest. We just haven't managed to find it yet. And the rat band. They want to find some of their old crew? Nothing here. And the mascot, we still can't talk to it, right? Sure. Is there anything in the journal? We still have to deliver that inspector. The famed horological grill has been on the locomotive for years now. And we still haven't managed to deliver her. She needs to go to Hybris. Northwest, okay. We still need to go to Lustrum and Port Prosper for the... It was not the host, Magdalene's host? I think it was that. Retiring filmmaker is northwest as well. Here we need stuff here. She would like to visit Perdurance. Okay. Let's write that down. Perdurance Incognito Princess. Rat Brigade. They need to get to Carillon. Good thing I have access to the journal then. Carillon Rat Brigade. Okay. Well then I see a line. We could do the Bronzewood Order and finish in Port Haven where we can do the Vagabond's quest. I'm just not sure we have enough money for the Bronzewood Order. I think the value is 175. Let me pull up a calculator. $175 times 5 is 875. I think we have exactly that. That's incredible. Now it would be more interesting for us if we found Bronzewood at a bargain, but I don't know when we'll find that, and since that order is quite close by, yeah, that sounds like a reasonable thing to do. Also, we won't be needing to buy fuel and supplies before we go to the circus and then to Port Haven, because that's quite close, and we've got good amounts already. We do need to use one though, or else we won't have enough space in our cargo. Yet again, a Takati behaving weirdly. What the hell? Do they just have machinery issues? Okay, so we do need to use that fuel. Is that enough? Sure is. Okay. So here, we do the port report. I don't think there's going to be anything new there, but we can go... Ah, there was that to be bought at a bargain too. Well, we have another something to do right now. 5. That's incredible. What's the itinerary looking like? Sure, we can go that way. That's the dreadnought from the stovepipes. And there's something to crave, which is just a homestead. Okay. Have we read that already? Right, it was abandoned and we can search for it. Last time we found a corpse on the table, which was not the most pleasant of finds, but we do have great chances of success. Well. Ah. The house is empty, except for a stinking corpse laid out on the kitchen table. Yes, right, that's the same thing. But we did get a crate of nostalgic crockery. I think, all in all, that's a gain for us. Because getting rid of terror is not that freeze. It's not that hard. At least when we have access to Magdalene's. We could mess up with the expedition we'll do next. Because we will have to look for stuff that we haven't found yet. Which can take unexpected amounts of time, as we have seen in the past. Okay. So let's first go to the bazaar. That is so much money. Some of these are so easy. Right. And we got some free supplies. Great. Oh, and some more welcomeness. What do they say? Cricket season is nigh. Mr. Sharma of Port Haven will pay for 5 consignments. That's what we had. Delighted by your arrival, the villagers invite you to afternoon tea on the green. There is an alarming surfeit of scones, and you are pressed to take rather a lot of them away with you. How lovely. I would like to get some fuel. Is there anything else at the bazaar? No. Okay. Anything in Port Haven? Let's write a port report. Okay, that's it. The village green. That's where the quest is. Okay, let's just go for that right now. The camp has moved since the vagabond was here last. He stoops to examine a wooden post etched with dozens of signs. We call these the Skylark signals, says the vagabond. The post has been carved with dozens of crude hieroglyphs. Top secret. We carve them to tell each other the character of a port. He jabs at a row of zigzags. This means unfriendly. He points to the triangle, but this means that there's a Skylark camp nearby. You follow him past the village's fringe. You hear voices raised in drunken song. Then you see a crumbling bridge, beneath which are campfires and tents. My loyal subjects, roars the vagabond, plunging down the slope. Stamping around the fires, singing of old adventures, howling and dancing and laughing. The Skylark's coats are ragged, their hygiene is questionable, and many of them bear unsightly scars. They seem to have found something to celebrate. Perhaps just that they've made it through the month. They raised their flasks and bottles in a toast and wrote together, My life is a lark, my king is the sky. Listen to stories or trade rumors. Let's first listen. The vagabond is in his element, raising his voice above all others. Occasionally, one of the other skylarks gets a turn. The skylark hunches forward, his face skull-like in the firelight. He launches into a fanciful tale of somewhere hidden in the furthest corner of the reach called the Sugar Spun Garden. The Sugar Spun Garden is a mythical place where weary skylarks can settle down. He describes whiskey rivers and marzipan mountains in a land without laws. Marzipan, is that another made-up word? Marzipan, it's not actually. Marzipan, sweet almond paste. Alright. Today I learned. Where was I? The skylark, lucky enough to find his way here, can sleep contentedly in the grove where even the trees are smiling. When he is finished, half the skylarks are weeping. The vagabond raises his flask solemnly. Cinders swirl into the night sky. Is that supposed to be an actual place, or is it a metaphoric place? A place for the afterlife. Trade rumors. A group of flint-eyed skylarks are blowing smoke rings and sharing what they've learned while they roam the high wilderness. They discuss where to find work in New Winchester, the price of beer in Lustrum, the balance of the Winchester Wall, and wilder rumors too, of course. A wild-eyed skylark claims that the devils at Carillon are replacing people with doppelgangers. One woman, shivering, insists that she saw a 100-eyed monster the size of a continent swimming through the dark. Lastly, a solemn young woman announces that a skylark named Quivers has gone missing. It's been months since he was seen at camp or at any stations. Probably dead. There are 1,000 ways for a skylark to die before the time. For 1,000 deaths lie in the sky. Leave the skylark's camp. The party is dying down. Many of the skylarks are asleep in their tents or drifting back to the station in search of right. You search among the tents for the amiable vagabond and find him fast asleep beside a dwindling fire. A flea-bitten dog is gnawing at one of his boots. The skylarks are quite happy to let their so-called king sleep it off in the dirt. You shake him, and he wakes with a noise like a bear being stabbed. "Another fine meeting with my loyal subjects," declares the vagabond, lurching to his feet and swaying only slightly. "Come, let us return to the engine. Adventure waits." He sets off confidently in the wrong direction. The vagabond's wanderlust is never sated. If you talk to him again, he might wish to visit somewhere new. Well, no point in waiting here. Speak of the wonders in the sky. The vagabond has seemed uncharacteristically morose of late. Perhaps you can cheer him up. Oh, we need to have a vision of the heavens. Okay, let's go. I think I will prioritize character quests somewhat heavily. Although, well, when looking for places to go, I do want to complete orders as well and make as much money as I can. Because traveling costs money. Since you left Port Haven, the vagabond has limited his fiddle playing to the most melancholy refrains. The most melancholy? Not melancholic? Every time it leaves the boilerman in such a tearful mess that he has to abandon his duties. Stop doing that! The fuck? You share a drink and a few stories with the vagabond, hoping to get to the root of the matter. "Even among skylarks, I don't feel quite at home," he says. "I can't stop thinking about my old homestead in Lustrum. Perhaps we could visit there someday? Ah, Captain, take this flask away from me. Whiskey and nostalgia is a dangerous combination." He wants to go to Lustrum. Do I have any tabs on Lustrum? No, but I do know that they sell Charista nectar, which I do not really need anymore, so I will just remove that information. We have fun, Carillon. Okay. Right. So, Where are we pressed to go right now? We could go back to New Winchester to get another order. That's not what I want to do. Right. You know where in? Is there anything new in here by any chance? No. Is it still hard to get stuff at the ruins? Not really, actually. Could mean risking crew, which we have 10 of right now. And we can recruit some more in a while, so that's... Let's try that. What Avon's chief export? Export? I guess you pronounce the O here. Is souls, quarried from vast stores entombed within the ruins. You'll need assistance, luck, and discretion. The locals would not approve. Well, let's do that. Success. Your spades are muffled. Your voices are low. Furtive. Let's check that.
Furtive.
Furtive hours pass. Hard labor is harder still, when it must be done in silence. Eventually your crew heave on a steel rod, prying a gap between two stones. Something glints within. Souls, trapped in lenses the size of soup plates, and stirring irritably in the night. I think we had 4 welcome. We used one on the Vagabond quests, and now we have used one on that. Did we use one on the port report? I think it does cost 1. Well, let's not wear out all of our welcome. I don't know if it renews. Well, what are the rules? But why do I have so much stuff in storage? Is it just fuel and supplies? 5 and 4 is 9. We have 1 jumble of souls, which is 10. And then... Oh, right. The crockery. So we do want to hit Pot Haven just to get rid of stuff we don't really need here. And maybe get a new order. And maybe spend some of our money. Although I do like having that much money. I think keeping 500 is like mandatory. Keeping 1000 is comfort. Yeah, sure. Let's hit Victory Hall and then New Winchester. Distant clamour of engine yards, an accretion of smog on the windows. What reports? We have very little fortune with the Takatis. They're desperate. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Do we get anything new if we chat with... I don't think that's new text. Okay, so let's just go forward. New Winchester.